Steve, what happened there in the ninth?
Up four, had some free passes. Whenever you give free base runners late in the game, that's usually how rallies start, especially in college baseball. Hit by pitches, walks. That's exactly what happened to us. Carson got to his pitch count that we were comfortable with him for tonight. We're going into a really big series this weekend. Carson Estridge had a 2-inning outing on the weekend, and we knew that he was only available probably for 30 pitches. Bassinger, we didn't really want to use, but he was our best option there to maybe get a couple ground balls late in the jam there, which is exactly what he did. So he really stepped up after having the longest outing of his career as a Mountaineer this weekend. Didn't go our way. Melendez came up with a big homer. Didn't finish the job there, and Pitt got the win.
Were you thinking about Bassinger one change earlier, or were you just debating, hey, what's the best situation for him?
No, we didn't want to use him, and Bassinger convinced us before the game that he was good for a batter. Tomorrow he would probably throw a bullpen, kind of a light bullpen, but he's our best reliever for sure. And so this game's important to us, and we have to win this game, but his health and longevity over the course of the season is more important. And so the feeling was that we could probably use him for 10 pitches for him to be in the best position that he could be in going into the weekend.
Command at times seems like it was an issue tonight on both sides. Just one of those nights, especially with the weather, or something else was a factor there?
Yeah, I don't think we ever want to blame it on the weather or the conditions. That's college baseball in this part of the country. You'll get some of this, and so we weren't crisp enough. We didn't throw enough strikes. We didn't compete enough. Both sides had an unusually high amount of walks, and they capitalized on the free passes more than we did tonight.
What was the psyche of the team? I mean, you guys, as you mentioned, having a big game or big series this weekend. Obviously, this is a tough loss, so just kind of curious, how you try to move forward from it, and something you were kind of had to endure the last couple of weeks here.
Yeah, I think they're in a good spot. These kids are ultra resilient and done a really nice job bouncing back with any adversity hit. And the reality is, over the course of a long season, sometimes you need to be punched in the face a little bit to refocus and regroup and really concentrate on how to get better. I think there's a few guys that have had some struggles consistently, and so you urge them to make sure that we make some adjustments. We can't keep doing the same thing, hurting ourselves in the same way occasionally, but relatively speaking, there hasn't been a lot of adversity this season because we've won so many games. And so I think over the course of the season, these things happen. You lose some games, you get walked off on the road in the rain in the last midweek of the season. Not how you want to finish the midweek series with Pitt, obviously, but I think it's something that our guys will bounce back from.
You mentioned the high number of wins. Obviously, if you were told at the start of the season this would be your record right now, you'd say I'll take it every day. But with the way that it plays out, having these 3 midweek game losses, is that any part of a concern, or is that that's baseball kind of thing?
Is that when we have total of 3 midweek losses? Yeah. I don't know how many midweeks we end up playing, but there's certainly a concentration in general in winning conference games and going really hard and trying to be the best on the weekends in those series. So midweek baseball in general is usually a little bit lower inning count, lower pitch count. So I wouldn't say a concern. I think the best thing about these midweeks is that guys get the ball that didn't get it on the weekend, so they have an opportunity to grow and develop and have a chance to become stars. We've seen kids make big jumps in the midweeks, Tyler Hudson being one of them, Ben McDougal being one of them, guys that have become more staples in our bullpen. So no, I wouldn't say concern. I think just losing games sucks in general. Like, you're always trying to win games and put yourself in a situation to be the best. And so tonight we weren't that.
What did you see when you switched to Tyler Hudson mid-at-bat in, I think, the 4th or 5th inning there?
Usually Ben McDougal's in the game because he's a command left-handed pitcher that really pounds the zone and throws strikes. And so when he didn't do that right off the bat, it felt like maybe it wasn't his best day today, like he didn't have his stuff. And so in the middle of that bat, we made that decision. And in the moment, that ended up paying off. Hudson was excellent. I think we had 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, and he got 2 strikeouts to get out of the inning. It was a massive inning for Hudson. We had so many individual moments that great. Chase Meyer got his first start of the year and put up 2 zeros, and Tyler Hudson was excellent. So we had these really good moments throughout that game, but we didn't really finish them off as far as offensively. I thought with the amount of walks that they gave us, and we ended up scoring, I think, 9 runs, but it felt like there were some moments in there where we could have ended somebody, and we needed to do that.
Did you talk with Pitt at all this year about scheduling a game at PNC Park, or any discussions like that?
Yeah, I keep that between me and Mike, but I want to play 3 games against Pitt every year if possible, just like the series we do with Marshall. So I would like to play 3 games, 1 at home, 1 on the road, and 1 at PNC every year if that's possible. We're all in for that.